obviously there is always something lost in translation. And an Icelandic reader picks up on references here and there, allusions to character in Icelandic history or a very well-known Icelandic work of literature or something like that. But even though it's so, I am not worried at all. I grew up on literature in translation, and I got enough out of those books, you know, to know it was worth it. You know, that the translations were they were delivering enough for literary enjoyment, because we tend to forget that it is not only about translating from one language to another. That it's not. Let's say we tend to forget that it's not only when translating from one language to another that things are lost. Things are also lost with time. So novels in your own language, which were written, let's say, even 30 years ago or 50 years ago, let alone 150 years ago, they have lost a lot of those elements I described before. Sometimes I feel that the third person is necessary if the reality of the character is harder. So let's say in Moonstone, where you have this orphaned, dyslexic, queer, unemployed kid who is drifting in Reykjavik, by making him a third-person character allows me to be more cruel to him. He doesn't have the possibility of answering back in a way, and I have always felt that as a writer, I cannot be kind to the characters. I have to be on the cruel side, if anything, and I have to do it in a way that makes the reader bring the kindness to the character. So a first-person narrative is good with self-occupied people. In my book, The Whispering Muse, there is an old guy full of bad ideas about the relationship between the consumption of fish and the superiority of the Nordic people. An obsessive character, an obsessed character. And by writing him in the first person, and I think that was the first time I wrote a character in the first person, I somehow managed to reveal his vanity and reveal reveal how self-obsessed he was. It was easier to do it when he exposed himself through his own story, through telling his own story. So there are elements that show you the way, but I'm not sure there is any formula for it. I am a writer who does very little revision. I spend a long time on structure, on deciding the content of each chapter and each part. I more or less lay out what is going to happen in each chapter before I write. And for me, it's always been like going to a location and film, you know. I go to the chapter and I make it happen. But I write extensively, I rewrite the chapter extensively while writing that particular chapter. So it might take me up to 4 or 5 days to write a page, you know. And then I work my way slowly throughout the whole book. There might be things that happen at a later stage, which means that I need to adjust things earlier in the story. But usually when I've finished the book, I do very little revisions, almost none. I might move one thing from here to there. I might cut out half a page, write a little bit, 3-4 lines into it here or something like that. But I almost never do total revisions.